What's going on YouTube? This is part 6 of my tennis lessons as a 4.5 tennis player. This is after my 5.0 league with Arvin, my tournament, and I actually ended up playing in a doubles open league. Not really a league, it's just kind of like an open group that we have on Thursdays. I ended up playing doubles and just really got destroyed pretty bad there. So I messaged Andrew. I was like, and he was actually there too, playing on, I think, as a sub. I messaged him right after. I was like, Coach, I need a lesson. I've been playing so bad this past week from the tournament. I don't know what's wrong with me. Let's do a lesson. So this is part 6 of my tennis lessons. And if you guys like these types of contents, please make sure to hit like and subscribe. I'm trying to do lessons to get better, to get to that 5.0 range, and just, to improve all the little things and whatnot. Actually, well, big things, because I feel like I'm always learning something new during these lessons. But yeah, I'm just gonna pop in and out anytime we kind of have a water break, and just kind of go over what Andrew and I talked about. And yeah, the first thing, before we started doing this, he came up to me and was just like, okay, so what happened this past week? So I told him about the tournament, the experiences I had playing against Arvin, and just feeling so uncomfortable with the drop shots and lobs, and coming up to net and whatnot, and then doubles especially, where I just felt like everything was just going bad. And he was like, okay, cool, well, let's just break it down, let's just warm up, trying to get rid of some of that negative energy and just go from there. So yeah, I'll chime back in a little bit.
And then as soon as you do that, your racket wants to come across you in the front of your body instead of next to your body, and then you become a little fanny at it.
Okay.
Okay? So try and keep the left hand out a little longer.
Okay.
And try and delay the opening and the rotation.
Okay. So I'm turning, or I'm going at it too early.
With your body. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oops.
Quick the ball is to each other right now.
Yeah.
And neither of us are trying to crank. We're both just holding the baseline a little bit better. On your backhand, you said at one of those situations your backhand kind of let you down. Was it Monday or
Most days.
the tournament? All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Your backhand, I love your backhand. You have a really smooth backhand. You have a really loose arms, active arms. Pretty good leg. Your only swing thought on your backhand, especially in match play where you shouldn't be trying to break yourself down, just needs to be off always a little low.
Yeah.
So you end up that way, and you end up low.
Yeah.
So now, off of a really clean looking stroke, you're just giving me forehands that I just want to eat off of to either corner, right? So like of that sequence, which ball got me the shot that I wanted?
The earlier one? Because they
No,
went.
like that stupid backhand I just hit.
Oh, okay.
Right? Set me up to just sit here for a forehand and I couldn't put it either way. Right? But that was the backhand that I hit that worked. You know? But not really, right? I just hit it with intention to push you back. But we were driving the ball at each other, but none of my shots made you uncomfortable until I put that height on it.
So during this break, after I was telling him about how like I really want to kind of improve on like volleys and approach shots and just because like my doubles game is really bad compared to like my singles game. I think I'm a very average 4.5 singles guy, but my doubles is just surely lacking just because I've never had that fundamentals of that, like doubles, the volleys, serving volleys, all that stuff. I've very comfortable on the baseline. So I was just telling him that like the moment that like I see the huge transparency between like a 5.0 and a 4.5 like myself, it's just like how like easy it is for the higher levels to just switch up the strategies and just say like when I played against Arvin, he like told me afterwards that like he knows he can't rally with me on a baseline, so his goal was to just make me uncomfortable up at net, try to get me to where like my weakness is and like just switch strategies. And like I feel like the moment I try to do that or switch strategies, maybe try to drop shot, lob, come into the net, since that's not my strong suit, I end up messing up more. And then when I mess up more, then I'm like, okay, well, why am I messing up? Let's like figure that out. But then trying to like change techniques and stuff like while I'm trying to play a match, it all just kind of like becomes like a downhill like spiral for me. And then I don't know, like just like really feeling like I'm not getting any better at the new stuff I'm trying to do. So one thing that Andrew really stressed out, which I thought was really good to hear, and I wanted to share with y'all, was just like he said that it's really cool that I'm doing well in singles, because then when I look at doubles, the way I should take it is just that like it's like a whole new like sport. It's a whole new like experience for me to learn and start from the beginning and just kind of like work my way up. So I shouldn't think about it as in like, oh well, I'm a really terrible 4.5 doubles player. It's just I'm learning something new in doubles. The goal is to get better, to get to that 4.5 and 5.0 level. It's something completely different than singles. If, as you guys can tell, singles and doubles is just pretty different mindset. So it's good to like start off fresh and like, you know, try not to get negative about it, but to just be open to the possibility of like failing to get better. So that's a really good mindset. I took that to heart, and I was just like, okay, great. Let's start with, you know, the fundamentals. Let's start with like the approach shots. Let's, you know, go into stepping in for the volleys, even for singles and whatnot. So that's kind of like what we worked on. So yeah.
You don't feel like you're super rushed up there.
Yeah.
And two is, and it goes along with one, you don't always have to hit and stick a volley for it to be a good volley, right? Like that one is a good example. You have me full run, I hit a weak shot. My only goal, because I know I can't drive it past you, is to either lob you or get it below the net.
Yeah.
Got it below the net, and you were trying to hit a drive volley from 1.5 feet away from the net, below the net.
Yeah.
If that goes over, it's either going out or it's going to be deep, which gives me the much easier chance to get to it.
Yeah.
If I were to get back. So like there, if you had gathered yourself earlier, realize that I'm stumbling into the alley off my shot and just tap the ball into the box, point's over.
So should I have kind of been rushed closer to the net?
No, you should have taken your time.
Okay.
Like, you were rushing. Like,
Okay.
that ball is as good of a shot as I can hit there because it's basically below the net as soon as it crosses the net.
Yeah.
So unless you were reaching over,
Yeah.
it would be tough. But if you would just gathered yourself, stayed a little lighter, softened up,
Yeah.
you can even pop it up a little bit, right? I've got to run from way over there to that corner. You've got time to beat me. Like there, you're running into the ball. Like when you talk about having too much energy, it's that, right? And it isn't a mental thing. I think sometimes sometimes it is mental for you, where you're talking about like moving back and forth in doubles or something. But like that ball, you hit the forehand, you're running, maybe a split step here, and you're still going. Like if I had asked you to stop when you made contact with the volley, you wouldn't have been able to, right? And that's not like a rule of thumb. Like there's definitely volleys where you're gonna go get them so much so that you won't be able to stop. But if it's a ball where, you know, you hit the approach shot probably too middle, right? And I'm kind of just getting to line one up, you definitely can't be running into it.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice. That's the thing that'll drive you nuts playing a match, is doing something like that where good shot, got the shank ended up being kind of tough, and then you made it a little tougher,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't have to be, I have to end the point hard. It can be, I can end the point soft, I can end the point by making the other guy miss, or I can set up the next shot.
So during this water break, we sort of also talked about, just like the situation I had in my tournament where I just had the guy in the quarterfinals just like question a lot of my calls. A lot of them were pretty questionable. Like some of them, I think like one or two were questionable, but like, I think like I should have won that first set because he double faulted and he was just really kind of like upfront about questioning line calls, and I just want to like immediately disengage and not like do anything about it because I'm not confrontational. So he was just like, Andrew was just telling me like some situations where he's had just like that, and like how best to handle it, and working on that mentality of just like being assertive, if we have any questions to call like a line judge or like the tournament director and whatnot. So we were just kind of like talking about that, and just talking about how like I should have probably rested after my tournament instead of playing a match with Arvin and then playing like singles. Like I ended up playing, so my tournament was Saturday. I played Arvin on Monday. I hit with Mike a 5.0 on Tuesday just for singles, and it felt fine. Wednesday, I think I took a little break. Thursday, I played doubles and got destroyed. And yeah, I was just so frustrated because I felt like Tuesday was doing really well, and I felt like I was like, oh great, like I'm flushing out the mistakes. Then it came all back again on Thursday. So he was just like, yeah, sometimes you gotta rest. You gotta like let like your body take care of yourself and like flush out the errors on its own and have like a different mindset. If you keep playing and you keep being like super negative about it, it's just going to get worse and worse. So he was just kind of giving some suggestions on that.
Do like a high, like
So just hit this as a forehand back spin. So I'm here, I'm trying to go chip, set up, and then hit my next shot.
okay,
So it's to work on keeping the hand soft.
okay,
We should have a little backspin of the ball to bring it back into us. And then whichever side you chip on should be the side you hit on.
okay. So for a backhand, am I taking the slice or am I using two hands?
Yeah, you can go slice.
Okay.
Whatever you would hit the volley as.
Oh God.
See if you can feel out, keeping it just in front of you. Absorbing the pace. It's also a little bit of a footwork drill afterwards. be a little bit of generate your own power drill. See if we can start to load at this ball and go after it a little bit.
Okay.
Nice ball. Nice. Good. Yeah, that's a really good drill. So, now I want to just create a pattern. It's just going to be 2 forehands crossed. So, you're going to be in the middle. I'm going to be in the middle-ish, but you're only hitting 4hands crossed. You're going to hit 2 forehands crossed. I'm going to hit them back pretty cooperatively. And then third ball, you're going to try to hit a drop shot from this card.
Okay, so still on the baseline.
Just forehand to forehand. You go 1, feed, off the feed, 1, ball comes back 2, third ball hit a drop shot, not playing it out or anything.
Okay.
Back to the middle, second ball, back to the middle, go to the drop. Sweet. Yeah, let's start middle to middle.
Okay.
And it's like you're pulling me out wide, and then you go for the drop shot. Nice. When you hit this drop shot, a lot of it is, learning how to feel it out and what feels good for you. But one thing you can kind of avoid doing is like that strong step to it. Because like that one, you're almost hitting like a volley that's just, you're just trying to get it to land there. Instead of trying to go for that feeling that we just did. Of like that, chip it just a little bit, right? As soon as you start to go too much, then you end up playing like it can accidentally fly on you and everything.
Okay.
Like, but see if we can get almost a little bit of a cradle of the ball
Okay.
instead of you're going through it almost a little too much.
Okay.
That's awesome. I like the look of that.
Yeah, okay.
You can think of it like the ones you were hitting before were landing in the right spot. The problem is if I hit it like this, right, it's the second bounce is too much of a drive.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to get it to bounce and then it's in the box again, and in the box again.
Yep.
Like if the second bounce is past the service line,
Yeah.
that guy's gonna get it.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice. So now I want you to just pick a ball to do it on,
Okay.
because like obviously that ball wouldn't make sense to do it on.
Yeah.
So whatever ball you're comfortable on, it can be the first one or the seventh one. Nice. Nice. Every other point, alternate between trying to step in on a ball and take it down the line and rip it,
Okay.
and then go for the drop shot.
Okay.
So like on the first point, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
So whenever you see a ball to rip, take it down the line, and then the next point, whenever you see a ball to take the drop shot, take the drop shot.
Okay. Am I just hitting cross court?
Until you get the ball to go line.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Make sure you bring the left hand with it. So you can control the racket a little bit more.
Yeah.
Your left hand's out here on that one.
Yep. No, that's terrible. Don't rush it.
You ran into that ball as you stepped up to it.
Yeah. like that
shots.
one, I was a little bit close to it.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say is you ran up too close to it at the last second. You made space, and then ended up hitting that ball straighter than you would have.
Yeah.
But like a couple of them, not really a lot. But if you open up too early, right, you end up coming around it a little bit more,
Uh-huh.
and then that ball just ends up in the middle by the time it gets to you.
Yeah.
Instead of staying sideways enough to hit it almost inside out.
Yep. Sorry.
Last two.
Yep. No.
One more drop shot.